Welcome back. The news in details. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi emphasized on the necessity of intensifying efforts to contain the situation and stop the war in order to end the ongoing tragedies suffered by Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. The president's remarks came during his meeting with the visiting U.S. Congress delegation on Monday. Presidential spokesman Councillor Ahmed Fahmy said that President al-Sisi called for intensifying international efforts to reach a comprehensive and permanent ceasefire in the Strip. The spokesman added that the head of state also stressed on the necessity of an international support for a two-state solution for the Palestinian cause. During the meeting, the delegation hailed the Egyptian efforts for sending continuous humanitarian aid into the Gaza Strip. The Armed Forces spokesman said in a statement, a member of Egypt's security forces was killed on Monday in a shooting incident near the Rafah border crossing between Egypt and the Gaza Strip. The spokesman added that an investigation is underway into the incident. An Israeli airstrike triggered a massive blaze, killing 45 people in a tent camp in the Gaza city of Rafah on Monday, prompting an outcry from global leaders who urged the implementation of a world court order to halt the assault. The attack took place in the Tel Sultan neighborhood, where thousands were sheltering after Israeli forces began a ground offensive in the east of Rafah over 2 weeks ago. The death toll from the Israeli attack on Rafah rose to 45 people. Meanwhile, the Palestinian Health Ministry said the overall death toll in the Israeli genocide war in the Palestinian territory of Gaza surpassed 36,000. Egypt on Monday condemned what it called the deliberate bombardment of Israeli forces of displaced people's tents in Rafah in strikes which Gaza's civil defense agency said caused the death and injury of hundreds of unarmed Palestinian civilians. The Foreign Ministry issued a statement calling on Israel to implement the measures ordered by the International Court of Justice concerning an immediate cessation of military operations in Rafah. The ministry condemned the strike as a new flagrant violation of the provisions of international humanitarian law. It deplored the tragic event and denounced the targeting of defenseless civilians and a systematic policy aimed at widening the scope of death and destruction in the Gaza Strip to make it uninhabitable. Secretary General of the Arab League Ahmed Abul Gheit expressed his regret over the continuation of the war crimes by Israel against the Palestinian people by striking refugee camp affiliated to UNRWA in the Palestinian southern city of Rafah. Abul Gheit said that the Arab League submits this new crime to the international courts to add it to the file of evidence that requires bringing the culprits to international justice. Israel faced a wave of international condemnation on Monday over a strike that Gaza officials said killed 45 people when it set off a fire that ripped through a tent city.